is the real crisis, the pursuit of reproductive agency in a changing world. Ladies and gentlemen, I have a prepared statement, and I hardly have prepared statements. This is the first time I'm going to have one. So on behalf of the National Planning Authority, I am honored to join you at this launch of the 2025 State of the World Population Report, developed under the theme, The Real Crisis, the Pursuit of Reproductive Agency in a Changing World. I want to take this opportunity to congratulate colleagues from UNFPA for the successful development of this report and its launch. And the technical officers that I have come with can clap to thank. I do not want to give you jobs you have not come to do. Now, this year's report provides us with timely insights into the shifts, dynamics of fertility and reproductive health. It highlights a global decline in fertility, and that is good news. But it can also be bad news, depending on the context in which you are. A trend that is now evident in Uganda, as confirmed by the 2024 National Population Census. We can now see that every woman, we have reached a number of 4.5 children per woman bearing age. It means that our fertility rates are going down as a country. We welcome this gradual decline as it reflects growing access to reproductive health services and education. However, I wish to emphasize that while this trend is positive, we must always safeguard against fertility falling below the replacement level of 2.1 children. And as I look at most of the people here who have not yet produced, I can see we're in that very big danger, where the youth are producing less and less, given the costs of living. So as a country, we should guard against that number 2.1. It is going not to be very good for our population when we get to that level, which would cause long-term demographic challenges. So ladies and gentlemen, beyond the numbers, the 2025 State of the World Population Report delivers a deeper and more urgent message. The real crisis we face globally is not one of population decline, but one of reproductive agency. The ability of individuals to decide freely and responsibly whether, when, and with whom to have children. For Uganda, where fertility remains relatively high, although declining, this message is particularly timely. I am happy that in many ways, our country is moving in the right direction. We have expanded access to family planning, adolescent health services, while we have initiated the most important program of our life, which is the parish development model. Ladies and gentlemen, the parish development model is a vehicle that will assist this country to achieve many of its population indicators. The reason being that we are now planning at the parish level. We will expect the country, and we will expect every parish to even understand the state of the economy of that parish. And I can assure this country that we are moving even further, not to just have the state of the World Population Report, but to have the state of the parish report, such that we can report progress on a number of these indicators. The reason why PDM is important, ladies and gentlemen, we would like to buttress reproductive health with economic empowerment. reproductive health with economic empowerment. And the reason we are doing that is because we know the challenges and the fundamentals around reproductive health. And we think this is going to be critical for us. Now, going forward, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to underscore a few things that this country needs to deal with if the state of our population is going to be right. Number one, we need to buttress any reproductive health interventions with economic empowerment. The reason being, a poor man or a poor woman cannot be told to choose reproductive health if they have to look for food. So increasing incomes is going to be critical for us going forward. Number two, education. All of us, the fourth estate, we should fight to ensure that our children stay in school for at least up to the age of 16 years. Up to the age of 16 years. So we should not be, many times, only talking about the negatives of UPE and USE. We should do better. We should also be able to deal with competence-based training to produce the productivity levels that this country desires. And for that matter, we are calling upon all of you, as we discuss reproductive health, we discuss population issues, we would like you to help us in communicating the good things that are going to come from our programs. Ladies and gentlemen, and distinguished guests, just last year there was a rationalization and NPA took charge of the population program in this country. This taking charge of the population program has helped us to integrate population in everything that we do. We have now received the National Population Council, and NPA and the National Population Council are now one agency called NPA. That's the reason I stand before you as the technical head of that agency. Before us here are my bosses, and I am going to, after this, request them to take this mic. Let me also make one more announcement. On the 11th, we'll be celebrating the World Population Day, and these celebrations will take place in Kayunga district, at Busana Town Council grounds, under the theme, Promoting Population Health and Well-Being through the PDM. It looks like you people, we must love that word PDM. Let us start loving that word PDM. It's not about to go away, because it's the best thing to happen to this country. This theme reflects our shared commitment and the directives of the vision bearer of this country to empower the 33% of our population that are still in subsistence agriculture to join the money economy. By taking services and economic empowerment closer to the people, PDM enables households to increase their incomes, improve access to education and health care, and live dignified lives. It is a practical expression of our commitment to leaving nobody behind. I invite all of you to join us in Kayunga for the World Population Day. I want also to let you know that the President launched the National Development Plan 4, and we will be coming back here over and over again to rally you to support the National Development Plan 4. I am not going to go into that, the goals and whatever, because we will do that again. Let me also take this opportunity to introduce a team from Stanbic Bank. Stanbic Bank? Yes. These colleagues are here to donate to the people of Uganda, but particularly those from Kayunga. Mama Kits. I have not yet received the quantity. I did request. Yeah? Very clear. The report is talking about decline in fertility. So what is declining is the growth, not the actual. Uganda's population will continue growing, but it's going to grow at a reducing rate. Yes, the rate will not be at the rate at which it was because the other question was talking about the last figure of fertility. And I have been told by my team it was 5.2. You have gone to 4.5, meaning that while the population of this country is going to continue increasing, and therefore no contradiction, it is going to increase at a decreasing rate. Madam Gift, are you handling the one of safe abortion?
Yes.
Then the chair will handle the other. Then the cultural issue.
Official launch of the State of World Population Report 2025. On behalf of UNFPA, I extend sincere appreciation to the Uganda Media Center for hosting this important event, and to the government of the Republic of Uganda through the National Planning Authority for your continued partnership in advancing population and development in this country. Each year, the State of World Population Report serves as UNFPA's flagship, offering critical insights on global population trends. This year's theme, the real fertility crisis, the pursuit of reproductive urgency in a changing world. It explores fertility intentions and highlights the structural barriers to reproductive health choices. So too often, when we talk about population, we reduce our concerns about whether there are too many or too few people in the country. This report shifts that narrative. It reminds us that the real crisis lies in the denial of individuals in terms of their rights to decide freely if, when, and with whom to have children. It is a fundamental matter of human rights and dignity. At UNFPA, we believe every person should have the freedom to choose the number and spacing of their children, free from coercion, free from discrimination, or any barriers. We call on governments to support this right through investments in health, education, skills development, parental leave, and sexual and reproductive health services, as we have heard from the previous speaker. The 2025 report reveals that financial insecurity and gender inequality are major factors limiting people's ability to realize their desired family sizes. Women continue to carry a disproportionate burden of unpaid care work, while many men who want to be caregivers as well, they face challenges in terms of their workplace and societal obstacles. These challenges, along with a lack of partner support and economic empowerment, are leading to unmet fertility desires and rising loneliness. The report urges societies to dismantle the gender norms and structural barriers from workplace practices that penalize working mothers, to inadequate parental leave, unaffordable child care, and limited access to contraception and fertility choices. Diverging gender attitudes among young people also contribute to relationship gaps and delayed or foregone childbearing. These global findings resonate with Uganda's context. Our youthful population is a great asset, yet we have high teenage pregnancy at 23.5% prevalence rate, and this undermines the potential of many young girls to pursue their goals, because 1 in 4 girls begins childbearing before age 19, and often leading to school dropouts and lost opportunities. You know, if young girls do not pursue their education, it means even they will not be gainfully employed. It means also they will not make any savings. It means they cannot invest And that alone, it means they will also not contribute to economic development. Only 42.5% of married women have also reported that their family planning needs are met, highlighting the persistent barriers to choice. UNFPA stands firmly with the government of Uganda in its vision of increased incomes, full monetization, and employment for all. Economic empowerment is essential for reproductive health autonomy. When 51% of young people aged 18 to 30 are not in education, are not in employment or training, their ability to make informed life choices is severely constrained. UNFPA's commitment to 3 results on ending preventable maternal deaths, ending unmet need for family planning, ending gender-based violence, including our regional priority on ending HIV infection, is really key when we are discussing fertility choices. As we launch this report today, let us recommit to putting people, especially our young people, first. Let us invest in their education, economic opportunities, and voices. You have heard from Dr. Bulawa that you can't separate reproductive choices and economic empowerment. We don't want to view our young people as beneficiaries, but as partners in shaping their own future. Together, by listening, understanding, and acting with purpose, we can build a future where every Ugandan enjoys health, dignity, and real choice. So today, I'm recommitting UNFPA to support these efforts. I thank you. Work is really deeply rooted in terms of human rights, including the rights to sexual and reproductive health, information, and services. And the report, maybe when you have an opportunity to read it, it actually highlights that as one of the reasons or one of the issues that can shape fertility. So now coming to Uganda in terms of the issue of abortion. Reproductive health services encompass abortion. In Uganda, the Penal Code Act and the 2006 National Policy Guidelines and Services Standards for Sexual and Reproductive Health and Rights specify conditions for which abortion is permissible, primarily to save a woman's life or preserve her physical or mental health. So UNFPA operates strictly within the legal and cultural framework of Uganda. Our focus is really on preventing unintended pregnancies through voluntary family planning services. And when a pregnancy has occurred, we actually encourage antenatal care, delivery in health facilities to manage complications, and postnatal care. Where abortion is occurred as well, we support post-abortal care services. But we do not encourage abortion. That is why we advance family planning services. Thank you.
Yes, Madam.
Today, on behalf of the government of Uganda, as we launch this important report, the 2025 State of the World Population. This year's theme, the real fertility crisis, the pursuit of reproductive agency in a challenging world, challenges us to look beyond the numbers and ask a deeper question. Are people truly free to make their own choices about having children? This report reminds us that the real issue is not simply about how many people are born or how many are not. Instead, it's about whether each person has a right to decide if, when, and with whom to have children, just as my colleagues that previously mentioned this issue. It's about personal freedom. And this, my friends, is a fundamental human right that we must defend. In Uganda today and the world over, we see many challenges hidden behind numbers. While fertility rates remain high, many women and girls face barriers, limited access to good reproductive health services, teenage pregnancies, and unequal treatment based on gender. The report highlights that 1 in 10 women worldwide cannot decide whether to use contraception, and 1 in 4 cannot say no to sex. These are clear signs that many people are still denied control over their own bodies. This report calls on us to shift our focus from simply counting people to empowering people. It asks governments, communities, and partners to create environments where everyone can make informed, voluntary choices about their reproductive lives, free from coercion, violence, and societal pressure. So for Uganda, this means building policies and programs that support women and youth, giving them access to education, to health services, and to economic opportunities. It means listening to their voices and respecting their choices. As the National Planning Authority, we are very committed to this path, and I want to thank His Excellency the President and the NRM government for the progress Uganda has made thus far. Our national plans already emphasize investing in human potential, making sure that young people and women have the support they need to make their own reproductive choices and to thrive. So the key message from this report is simple yet powerful. Investing in reproductive agency is not just good policy, it's a human right. When people have the freedom to decide about their bodies and their futures, our entire society benefits through stronger families, healthier communities, and more resilient development. So today I call upon all of us, our leaders, our communities, every Ugandan, to renew our commitment. Let's work together to ensure that every person can realize their reproductive dreams without fear or restriction. Thank you to UNFPA and all who contributed to this important report. Your work inspires us all to move forward. May we continue to build a future where everyone's rights are protected and everyone's voice is heard. I thank you all for God and my country.